you keep mentioning IQ and you are very judgmental towards people that do not have as high an IQ as you do. What is your IQ at anyway? Okay. Oh, sorry, there's more. Don't you think this is a little arrogant? Okay. We will talk about the arrogant part in a few minutes. The IQ. I do not actually have a high IQ. Not at all. My IQ is at 123, which is maybe a few points above average. There are over 150 million people in the world that have an IQ above 140. And there is around 1 billion people in the world that have an IQ above 125. So I am not even in the top 1 billion, which is kind of depressing if you think about it. But I try to focus on other things. I try not to think about that. Now, yes, I do judge people with a low IQ, but the people the people that really do have a low IQ, they would not be listening to my vlog anyway, or any vlog like this. What I'm judging is the people that do have a high IQ, however, they deliberately choose to express a lower IQ. They deliberately choose stupidity instead of intelligence. In many cases, not every last case, but in many cases, because they think or they have enough proof that they will not get love and attention if they express their intelligent side. So they choose to express their needy side. And then, after doing this for a while, it eventually becomes a habit. And then you automatically go to that level of intelligence or lack of it. And you keep expressing that. I used to be a waiter for about 11 years, and at least once a day, sometimes more, but at least once a day I would get a couple as customers, not married yet, and the woman would always be like, "I don't know what to have. What do you think I should have?" And I was looking at her thinking, something is wrong here. Back then, I couldn't really see the energies, but I could feel that something was wrong, that this woman was not that stupid, but she was playing that role so that the man could feel better. Because men simply do not know how to handle intelligent women. They do not want intelligent women. They always say they do, but they don't. They really don't. They will have sex with an intelligent woman, but then as the relationship progresses, they always leave. We can't really blame them, because you see, as parents, we don't download this information in them, that a woman is your equal, that a woman is, or a girl, is just as intelligent as you, and in many cases more intelligent than you. We only download them with a program that says, you are the man, you are the boss, and a woman needs you. I mean, look at the movies. Almost every single movie, even the intelligent ones, there is a woman at some point screaming, and the man will come and save her. And this is why men cannot handle an intelligent woman. It's really that they don't know how. They have not been told. They have been told exactly the opposite. Now, this is not the sad part. The sad part here is that in order to keep a man, women play stupid. This is what is very, very depressing, because they are not expressing their real self. So they are wasting a life. And then they will have to come back in a female body again and again and again until they express their feminine power and their feminine wittiness. Women are simply faster at analyzing data and coming up with solutions. Women can multitask. As for men, find this very difficult. They're very good at what they do, the men, as long as they do one thing at a time. They cannot, as they say in America, think and chew gum at the same time. I'm going to detour here for one moment. Many times when I want to see where a problem in my life comes from, sometimes it comes from a past life. So I have seen most, if not all, of my past lives on earth. And I had only seen 4 as a woman, me in a female body. And one day I asked my higher self, how come we have only taken a female body 4 times? And the soul replies, we are very comfortable as a woman. So we learned, or we expressed, everything we wanted to learn and express. Think about this for a moment. Because I was comfortable being a woman, I never came back as a woman again. It's like, what's the point? Now, don't take this as gospel, meaning don't write this on stone. But you might be coming back as a woman over and over again because you are never expressing your feminine power and your feminine intellect. And all this to keep a man. You really don't need to keep the man. Men are like property. They are not meant to be owned. They are meant to be enjoyed. You will not be able to change your belief in one day, but start seeing men as property. Because up to this point, men have been seeing you as property. Which is fine, no judgment. But it's keeping you from expressing the real you. This is the kind of stupidity I am against. And I sound very arrogant when I say things like, this is for people of a lower intelligence. It's actually for people who choose to stay in a lower intelligence, who choose voluntarily to not be themselves. Because when someone chooses to be him or herself, they automatically start going into intelligence. Simply because this is what every soul is. Pure intelligence. Yes, so no, again, I do not have a high IQ at all. You see, when I was a child, I was not very happy. Even though my father had everything, meaning financially speaking, I was not very happy. I was born in the wrong country, in the wrong family. So I simply had more time to observe. And because my father was a businessman, at one point he even had his own football team, we would have a lot of people coming to the house. We had a big house. So I observed. And I started to ask, what is it that makes people stupid? Because there were a lot of stupid people that would come to our house. And after asking over and over again, I came to the conclusion that it was their needs that made them stupid. And their emotions. They were emotional basket cases. They let their emotions rule them, rule their lives. There's a very good saying, when our emotions go up, our intelligence goes down. And this is why I'm so, I don't want to say against, what I'm against really doesn't matter. This is why I make fun of stupid people and of people that have emotional needs. Because they do not express their intelligence. Very, very few people are born stupid. It is a choice we make. Pure and simple. I am not intelligent. I do have a lot of experience simply because I wasn't afraid to leave comfort. So this has given me experience. So I know a lot. But as I said earlier, there is at least 1 billion people with a higher IQ than mine. And you are probably in that 1 billion. But you are not taking advantage of it. As this picture says, you've got a brain. Use it. You do not need to become a rocket scientist or a chemist to use your brain. Simply think before you get all emotional and all defensive and all righteous. Just think. For instance, if you want to get all righteous about something, first ask yourself, is this actually affecting my daily life? It's not. So let me simply observe it rather than judge it, rather than take sides and become fanatic about it. When you want to get all emotional, ask yourself, does this actually affect my daily life? Or do I just wish to create some drama so I can attract attention? And then little by little, you will start using the most amazing thing that exists in the physical universe, the brain. The really intelligent people are using about 6 or 7% of their brain. And the average person is using about 5% of their brain. You can easily use a little more than 5%. let me also mention one more thing. I have this... Okay, when I'm giving a session, I can usually see the future, because I'm seeing the future of that person if they can continue down this particular path. If not, they do change the future. As I'm seeing the future of this person, almost every client, I also see the future around them. And what I see from one perspective is not very pleasant. Because in the future, only intelligent people live there. And I take the client to the future and I say, do you notice anything different about the people? About 8 out of 10 will notice that the people are quicker in thinking, they are smarter. And I said, from there, look back in time and find out what happened to the stupid ones. And the client will always say, most of them simply died. And I say, what happened to the rest? And they will say something like, the rest chose to go into intelligence. Again, do not confuse intelligence with knowing everything. This is experience. This is not intelligence. Intelligence is using your brain before you act. Okay, let's talk about the opposite. Einstein came up with the best phrase. Stupidity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results. If we can stop doing this, we will automatically start going into intelligence. Let's say arrogant. Yes, somebody said arrogant. Yes, it is arrogant to make fun of stupid people. But do you know what is even more arrogant? When you make fun of people who tell you things like, we are not alone in the universe. When you make fun of people who tell you they are vegetarian for moral reasons. I'm not one of those, by the way. I do it for health reasons. Let's see, arrogance. I forgot. I was going to use Einstein's phrase again, but I said it once. Yes, okay. We know that marriage does not work. And yet, we still hope, we still focus all our attention, and we still condemn people that tell you, I prefer the single life. This is arrogance. See, if I call you stupid, it is because you have given me enough proof. But you have no proof for the things that you make fun of people for. So, I would say don't worry about whether other people are arrogant or not. Just focus on you. Now, having said all of this, if you are happy with you, that's fine. We have nothing to talk about. You are just fine. But you see, you keep complaining and you keep blaming. And this is why we tell you, don't be stupid. think I will leave it at this because it's becoming very long.